Vito doesn't drive, but he is mean on his bike and threatened to kill a cab driver the other day. He told me about it.
Cab driver tried to turn into my lane and just almost hit me.
First of all, you don't have a lane. You're a bike.
There's a specific bike lane on 8th Avenue.
And that you guys pay zero attention to. Fuck bike drivers and the way they run red lights, and then expect us all to respect the bike lane when there's very rarely anybody there.
They're a menace.
I'm a respectful bike rider.
Bullshit. There's no such thing.
You break it red? You break it red every time?
No, I follow all laws. I don't go down the wrong street because I don't want to get a ticket.
No.
I don't believe you. A, you're an Italian, so you follow no laws. B, let's face it, today was one of your weakest openings that you ever had.
Yeah.
And that leads me to believe you followed nothing.
I follow the rules of the road. This guy almost cut me off, so I kicked the shit out of his bumper. He got out.
Oh, God.
They don't care for it.
That's assault.
Well, I didn't.
What is assault?
I had to kick his thing because he was gonna fucking hit me. So I threw
Why
a foot
would you
out.
just pull or stop? Why would you decide? First of all he needs to do is swerve and he'll kill you.
No, he was coming. He turned into my thing, and to stop, I put my foot up. So I hit his thing when I was stopping.
His thing.
His penis? You hit his penis.
His junk, as you say?
I hit his bumper, and then he got
his
out.
yam bag? Is that what you kids call it?
He got out. He called me a stupido, and I said, "How would you like to fucking die today?"
Oh, how fucking brave.
Death wish over there.
I was
Sounds racist just because someone called you a stupido.
I don't like people fucking with me on my bike when they're driving because I don't want to die on my bike.
They're not even fucking looking at you. You're a menace on a bicycle. This is a fucking giant city, and we don't need fucking bikes. We have cabs, we have buses, we have trains. The last thing we need is, quite frankly, a very large person.
On a very tiny bike.
No, it's a nice city bike. It's a nice size. I don't ride my
city
full-
bike is something. If it didn't have city on it, would be special needs. It's too thick. Why don't you buy a bike?
Because I don't like the responsibility of locking a bike up and worrying about it getting stolen.
Do you have a helmet?
No.
Okay, so how am I to believe that you're responsible following the rules of the road if you're not even protecting your own noggin?
Because I ride carefully, so I don't need one. Because I obey traffic laws. I don't.
It sounds like you almost got hit.
Yeah, it sounds like you just drive.
And it's not just careful. Anything could happen. Crack your skull open. That big old skull of yours.
It's a lot of protection, a lot of meat up there.
There's people also saying that you say large ape in that video.
I'm saying March 8th. This Friday, March 8th.
I mean, you are a bit of a muckle mouth.
March 8th. There.
Even when you said it now, it did sound like large ape.
March 8th.
Alexander said, Vito's Open is burned. Maybe it's time for contest winning jingle writer to take over the introduction. I'd like to hear a new Bennington jingle each day. That's easy.
Okay.
We'll make a video.
Chris, why are you sweating?
Not going to get a lot else done. The quality's going to go down. But
yeah.
But every day we all have a jingle.
By the way, there is some disagreement here. Liz Says Fire said that she enjoyed hearing that Chris Stanley is wearing his tank top half mast.
All right.
That's really not
She got your
up to
back.
him, though.
I mean, that was the strongest part of it. I agree
no
that.
doubt. Weakest part was the hottest button.
Yeah. I guess thought we were talking about Christina Applegate.
Not the serial killer.
It's a sexy serial killer. I thought we all
Overrated hotness.
Dahmer's hotter.
That's so weird. I get so weird.
It's true.
Robbie Slowick says, I'm going to be on Bennington's show today and talk about God knows what, but also slyly plug my album. Let me just say this. You don't need to slyly plug it. We're going to have a plug master today that I consider to be the best in the business, and that's our own Vito Calise. Vito.
I can redeem myself.
Today is your day to take over as plug master.
Congratulations, Vito. Great job.
Thank you.
The days of me being taunted at the comics table at the cellar are over, ladies and gentlemen. No one is going to call me the fucking boss of Mushmouth ever again.
Jesus, it's not against me, too.
Why do you make it all about yourself?
You really do. Selfish.
What about line 3?
I got another Vito story. and I don't want to bring this up on the air because the thoughts that it might embarrass someone. But now I'm like, you know what? I hope this fucker gets embarrassed. Vito's friend Ian claims that he has seen Chris Stanley on the trains or subway, as you space tourists call this, shouting at people.
What?
It's bullshit.
Chris, what are you doing?
Don't get into fucking screaming matches with people on the train.
Why
I
did
keep
you
to
just call
myself.
it a screaming match?
It sounds like you're already describing. Yes, you're already describing
You've
it.
taken it up to screaming match.
I mean, if I was on a jury, that would be guilty right there.
I'm assuming if I'm
I would have went like this, Your Honor. The defense rests after his confession. All right, let's let. So this is your friend Ian, right?
This is my friend Ian.
Who's
He's told
as
me
normal as normal can
He
be.
is.
He's not like Vito.
He's very trustworthy.
Yeah.
he has told me this multiple times that he's seen Chris. And the first time it came up, Chris came in and said, "Does your friend Ian live in this area?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, I saw him on the train this morning." And separately, Ian texted me, "Man, I saw your boss Chris today on the train screaming at somebody."
What are you
that
screaming at?
didn't fucking happen. First of all, yes, I thought I saw Ian on the same subway I was taking in from Brooklyn.
But you never believe your eyes because you hallucinate so much.
Possibly, but also I wasn't sure what I have to say to Ian, so I just didn't come up to him and say, "Hey, Ian."
How
how's
about,
it
hey,
going?"
buddy?
Hey, how are
But
you?
then I'm on a train for 45 minutes coming in. I don't
So
know
what?
how I'm
He's
gonna keep
very
up the
lovely
small
to
talk.
talk to
I
us.
know for a fact you don't have a 45-minute train ride.
It can be sometimes on the subway from Brooklyn. From Brooklyn, it's 45.
Oh, now we've moved on to Brooklyn, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, he's a very good conversationalist. You could have said hello.
Regardless,
You could have brought up film to him.
that same day, I did not get into any arguments or any incidents on the subway.
But don't you see here how the jury would see it? That somebody who said they saw you and you saw them, and now they have an account of something you did.
For some reason, he's making up lies about me. If I got
And now he's saying he's seeing you multiple times, yelling at people.
This is all bullshit. If I get into an argument, I'll fucking tell you. But there is no argument. I got in an argument outside this building the other day
With who?
with the fucking guys who sells jewel pods outside. The guy at the newsstand.
Mango?
I bought a fucking mango jewel pod. I smoke them. Oh wait, this ain't fucking mango. This is some Chinese rip-off bullshit. I go back to him and say, "Hey man, you're selling fake fucking jewel pods." He's like, and then he fucking gets defensive against me because I'm just trying to tell him, "Hey, you're selling fake shit."
Look at how worked up he's getting
I
now.
know.
This is obvious.
Who is this
He
guy?
Obviously.
The newsstand man across the street here from Sirius. Then he yells at me, "Don't blame me. This is what you people want."
So are you trying to defend yourself? Because this is only making it sound worse. That sounds like a person who would be yelling at people on the
I
train.
don't talk to anyone on the
None
side.
of us. I've never been in a fight with a Jules newsstand person in my life.
No.
No, Ian has seen you screaming. I'm going to guess at strangers. And there was a thing last night that a person punched an 8-year-old kid in the head. They said that he seemed like he was mentally ill. And 2 days ago, a mentally ill person cut somebody with a box cutter
Jesus.
on the train. Now, I'm not saying both of those were Chris Stanley, but at least one was. Now, did you punch an 8-year-old in the head?
I'm not.
Or did you use a box cutter on a woman?
Which one was it?
I'm not slicing women or assaulting children. The only thing I can think of is I was talking to a black lady about
God.
R. Kelly
Please just stop.
on the train. I mean, that lasted for about 2 stops, but I
And you
wasn't
were screaming?
And you were yelling at
wasn't
her,
screaming.
defending R. Kelly?
No.
I ought to fucking piss on you, bitch.
Unbelievable.
I never said that.
All right, we have Ian on the line.
Yes.
Ian,
Hey,
how
guys.
are you, buddy?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Well, let me just say this, Ian. If I was to describe you as anything, it would be truthful and normal.
Yes.
2 things that I don't say about Chris Stanley.
Thank you. I appreciate
I'm
that.
telling the truth here.
Tell us what you saw Chris doing multiple times.
Well, so one weekend I saw him. He was in my neighborhood, which I thought was a little weird because he claims his girlfriend lives there. And then a couple weeks later on Monday, I saw him screaming at some woman. She had a bunch of bags. I think she was sitting, and he wanted to take her seat or something like that. But I didn't really want to bother him. It was a Monday morning, so I was just trying to get to work. But
If you see me yelling, bother me.
the entire train was just
So you're saying you can't
he
even
was
be
just-
accountable. You said it's
he
his
was
job
red
to
in the
stop
face.
you from screaming at people.
it
Ian,
was scary. I thought I'd be
Yeah, it is scary. It is scary, and you're right. I've seen him lose his shit before.
yeah, it's not pretty.
Why are you
Yeah.
screaming at this
Like his
woman?
face gets red, he starts sweating. It's fucking terrible.
That sounds
Yes,
like
that
him.
is
That's
him.
him. That's accurate.
I'm not yelling at women to get up to give me a seat. God
And
damn
I
it.
saw it, man. Unless it was the dude who looks exactly like you at the train stop I saw you at, it was
Yeah.
definitely you.
You
Oh,
saw
God.
a dude who looked like me. He was being a terrible
There's
person.
nobody
Did
that
you
looks
just
like
say
you
a
do.
doo-doo look like me? Doo-doo look like me.
This didn't happen. I'm not fucking getting in a
I'm just,
crazy argument.
you might need some help, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I don't think there is a drug that can help him, man. I'll be totally honest. You know, luckily, it isn't like the fights we've seen him have on planes when he's wearing those baggy those baggy stick
When
shorts.
he's getting tough with someone with his fucking giant basketball shorts on. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't.
Dude,
Yeah,
you're
so-
being
This is
watched now, Chris.
100% truth.
One time in an airport, sure, yeah, I yelled out, "I wish I had a fucking gun."
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh
because I was so angry because our where you go to get on your plane, it was very far away from the bag check.
We had to take a little bit longer of a walk. That's all. It's just a long walk to
Why aren't airports tiny?
and then he screamed,
Ron,
I wish I had. And then me and Vito just went, what the fuck, dude? We just started walking away from him. It was
It
horrifying.
was actually worse. He screamed, Gail, he said, do you need anything? And Chris screamed, yeah, I need a fucking gun in the middle of an airport.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So Ian has seen you screaming on trains.
not
Chris.
me. It wasn't me.
No
Ron,
one
This
going to
sounds-
confuse you with
I think
anybody.
it
I
was,
know.
man.
Dude, this sounds like a perfect account. He even
Yeah.
described the way he looks when he gets mad.
Yes, you do that.
Sweaty and red faced.
I swear to God.
No,
Did we, did
no.
we, did we
Why
or
are
did we
you?
not see each other that time, like on a Sunday?
Yeah.
No, why
Why are
did
you out
Yeah.
all the time screaming?
why did you stand over this woman and intimidate her with your body?
There was
Huge
just
body
another
mass.
fat bearded white guy on the train that you saw. All right, that wasn't
He
me.
was shaking. His face was red. It was literally terrifying.
And Ian,
Yeah.
you
I've
told-
seen him get like that. I've seen you get that way.
I know you
Chris.
have, Ron. Yes, that could be the
I mean,
way
that's
I
the
act.
perfect
Oh
description.
my god.
That should be your Tinder description.
when Ian first told me, he even described Chris huffing and puffing,
Yeah.
like going, like
Yeah,
making
he does
noises that are
that.
known Chris noises.
Yeah.
That is a known Chris noise.
Yeah, that is. You're right, Vito.
I don't deny any of these things,
Good.
except for the fact that Ian didn't see me fucking verbally assaulting a woman.
Would you go to anger fucking management?
I don't think I think I have it under control because I'm not having fucking crazy outbursts in the middle of a crowded subway.
All right, just think, why were you yelling at her? Like,
'Cause
why?
I wasn't. I haven't had any crazy interactions on the New York City subway.
right.
You're
I've
having a
already-
crazy interaction right now.
I've already sent this to Jim McClure because I've got it because it's his job to protect Sirius XM.
Yeah.
And if you do something awful,
If you're a danger to
Yeah.
others, which I think you are.
I'm not. What happened with these two people arguing? Did he actually get the seat?
What do you mean these two people? You mean you and the woman?
I wasn't me.
Yeah.
Told me
I
so.
wasn't me.
Truth
wasn't
isn't
me.
truth isn't truth,
Yeah.
and I wasn't me.
You're like that fat
Guys,
lady that
I
has
know
all the
Chris.
personalities on cable.
Oh my god, I wasn't me.
I got Vito kicking fucking cabs. I got fucking Chris threatening fucking women.
I'm not. I'm not threatening women.
Yeah, you are. You just said.
I wasn't me.
Well, that's his excuse, but I don't think that's going to hold up in court.
It's not.
Ian, when you coming back in to do something on the show with us? Because we had a great time last time.
Anytime, man.
All right,
Anytime.
Vito,
So much
you're always
fun here,
looking for
whenever you
help.
guys like.
All right, talk to you soon, buddy.
Thanks,
Peace.
See
Ian.
you guys.
Thanks for nothing, Ian.
Love that, Ian.
Anyone who ever wants to bust Chris, it's 844 Rock God, 844
Yeah.
Rock God. We have no control over him, but we are building a dossier of complaints that I'm trying to. I would take it directly down the hall, but I want to follow the corporate
Yeah.
structure here.
Don't have any missteps, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
I have a question. Do you think it was Chris that attacked you, the baby, and Birdie that night?
To be honest,
Yeah.
with the screaming, the frothing at the mouth,
Yeah.
and just the general intimidation, it could have been. It honestly could have been.
You're a fucking runaway pit bull.
I am not a dog man. I don't have a dog. I that wasn't due to anything of my actions. I don't fucking.
I would love to get him in court, just rambling like this.
Yeah.
I would love to get him on the stand.
It would be locked. You'd be guilty.
You are guilty.
I'm guilty of none of the things
And-
said today.
I'm like,
Vito, can I just thank you for getting Ian to come in and
Yeah,
embarrass?
thank you so much.
Chris?
No problem. I'm just glad to expose this man for the hatred he has.
Get up and move your fucking bags, you old whore.
Whoever, I didn't say that. Whoever did this yells at sitting women is an awful person.
No, Ian even said it was terrifying. You had a terrifying display of anger on a strange woman.
I've seen it. I have seen it time and time again.
This sounds like slander on Ian's part. Because I am fucking innocent.
You told me, you came in that day and you said I saw your friend Ian on the train.
Why
And you
would
still
you
behave that
fucking-
way?
They're
He's like, you fucking old whore! I'll fucking kill you! Hi, Ian! Look, you bagged, fucked up bitch! You're fucking nuts, dude.
You are.
I might be a little unhinged, but in this instance, it is not me.
You know when you're not crazy? When you wear the pineapple shirt
Yeah,
or the
he's,
Costa Rican jacket.
he's chill.
But when you're in dad shirt, fucking cheap dad shirt,
You get
You're
dad
fucked.
anger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
you need colorful fucking wear.
I agree. And it looks great on you.
Thank you. Thank
You
for
look
the
great with those
compliments.
pops of color.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to bring light in your life. Instead of this darkness, it's just drab daddy.
I know. Fucking darkness on the edge of town.
I don't know why Ian would call and lie.
Well, he was worried about the woman. He's
Well,
concerned
he
about the
was
woman
Worried
that
about-
you did.
You know what? He's also worried about the show, which is nice.
It was obviously another man who looked like me.
You know the kind of anger I saw the other day with that Giants, San Francisco Giants CEO. That's fucking Chris Stanley type anger. Now that guy had to step away from his job for what he did. I don't know whether you saw this,
I didn't.
Gals, when you were getting chewed up by dogs.
Yeah.
But so this dude, they're like middle aged, and his wife had his phone, and he was like, "Give me my phone," you know. And he pulled her off the chair. And this happened in front of everybody, you know.
boy.
And he said, TMZ has it if the iBank does it, but they're now investigating. But here's the investigation: you should not take somebody's phone, right?
Mhm.
And act like, "Oh, I want to look through this phone." But if you're freaking out like that, there's something on that phone that you did.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
You know what
not
I
an
mean?
innocent man.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Innocent to me? Sure, I don't give a fuck. Why can't they take care of their business back at their home? This is the kind of shit that I hate. Your fucking marriage arguments should not happen in public.
Yeah, it's very it's rough when you see it in public.
Now let's
It's a bad look.
let's take a look at this and see whether he's an abuser
Mhm.
or she wouldn't let go of his phone and got pulled down. Go ahead. Turn it up, Chris. Look, since it's San Francisco, a lot of people were yelling out, "Get the fuck away from her!" All right, let's
Oh,
look
that's
at
amazing.
it again.
Yeah, let's do it again.
He wanted his phone.
It's not a good look, dude.
Yeah,
Doesn't look good for this guy.
Earl, and I know there's a lot of abuse in your community, so you might be leaning towards him. But which way do you go?
I'm leaning towards the wife.
Really?
The wife.
Highly unusual.
That when if she's saying stop, dude, you gotta go. You gotta walk away.
But it's his phone. He
Does-
never grabbed her. He only had the hand on the phone. She also lacks balance. I mean, she's bottom.
Yeah, I mean okay, so see what's happening. He's grabbing her hand, which is attached to the phone. Thus, she falls down. The chair comes down
Wait.
with her.
I did not notice this. I thought he was fully on phone.
All right, go back, Chris. See there on the arm, you've got.
All right, so
okay,
he's got wrist and phone.
Yeah, see there
Now-
it goes.
Why isn't she letting go of the phone though? It's
She
not
knows
her
it's on
phone.
there. She knows
It's
something's
not
on there.
her phone. What is she going to learn there at lunch? That he's a cheater? She already knows it.
Yeah, if
Without looking at the phone, we all know
you
it.
don't need the proof at this
Yeah.
point. Anyone lunges back for their phone. If you touch someone's phone and they're acting strange at all,
But
guilty.
let me also say this. All of you could leave your phones in here, and I would not think to go through it.
Right.
I never go through a person's phone. I never fucking give a shit. Chris, where do you put this?
All right, they're both assholes, but I'm on his side.
Wow.
Mhm.
Doesn't that shock us
Does it
all
remind
after
you like as
a
though
bag
she
lady?
is sitting on the seat that you feel is rightfully yours?
That never happened.
And much like this man, you use your brute strength to intimidate
I
her.
think that's Ian going, stay the fuck away from me.
Look, I was a victim of someone going through my phone, and what's this? And she's gonna find misinformation.
Who went through your phone?
My ex-girlfriend waited till I fell asleep, went through my phone, and thought I was fucking Jenny Hutt.
You were.
I'm not, or never was.
Or
bang.
tried.
Yeah. What were you guys sending sexts?
No, there weren't any.
What
sex.
about that time she was on the train and had all those bags and you were accusing her of going back to her husband?
Well, I was tired and wanted to get a seat.
Give me those bags, Jenny.
Why out of everyone was it Jenny Hutt?
I don't know.
You must have said something in your sleep. You must have been in your sleep going, Jenny Hutt.
Give me the hut.
Vito, I'm going to let you say whose side you're on here.
I'm on. You shouldn't touch anybody's phone, but I'm on the woman's side. You don't just grab somebody's wrist and hit them in public.
Oh, he never hit her.
Yeah, there was
he
never hitting.
fucking yanked. He was trying to yank his phone back. Now, again, she's bottom heavy. She's not the type
Yeah.
of person. I don't think you can knock Earl off this chair if
No.
he was having an affair with this CEO. This guy's life is fucked up
Yeah.
because she wouldn't let go of the phone. And maybe this guy doesn't want her fucking calling up a bunch of fucking outfielders asking him, hey,
Who's
have you
he been with? You see any girls around during practice? He doesn't come to practice.
Hey, Evan, what's up, buddy?
Am I on?
Yeah.
What about buddies?
Hey, buddy.
I have an accusation to levy against Chris Stanley.
Please do.
Fine.
I believe that a coworker recently shared with me that they sit down to pee because they had a Prince Albert piercing that got ripped out. And I believe that
God
Chris
damn.
Stanley has an enlarged urethra,
Is
and
that-
that's why he sits down to pee.
Is that what happened? Your pee hole's been ripped
No,
open?
my pee hole is perfectly normal. I never pierced my dick hole. I just
But that fucking girlfriend of yours, the ex,
yeah.
she had a face like a fucking tackle box.
She had a couple face piercings. Yeah.
So then maybe it hooked
No,
his peach.
my penis has never been
Thus-
hooked by an errant
Did-
piercing.
Were you ever getting a blowjob and Jenny Hutt bit down on the end of your dick?
Well, I asked her to.
Aha!
No, I never made face love to her.
I haven't seen Jenny in a while. I think she's a billionaire from that fucking.
I know she should be.
Yeah.
I was just using my bunny eyes this
I
morning.
use them all the time when I'm watching television
Mhm.
because I watch TV and read. Oh, genius? I don't know. But it seems like I can do two things at once.
You feel like taking a little snooze while you read your book? Go ahead. Lay down and read. It's possible.
Nothing's bothering. Thanks to Bunny Eyes. Bunny Eyes. How about this? We do a thing and we say we're the funny guys for Bunny Eyes. That could be our newest thing. Oh, and we also know martial arts.
Cool.
Badass.
What did you just say to me?
Get off of that seat, lady. That's my seat. Move those bags, bitch.
What's in those bags? Your own fucking shit. Now give me that phone before I twist your fucking head off. Now, the wife has put out a thing saying she was not assaulted
Okay.
and it was a family matter that got out of hand and a private family matter. Now, when people say this, why wouldn't we believe? So we threw her down on her back
Yeah.
and rustled his phone back. Is that really any of our business? Am I being too old-fashioned here?
I mean, now if he would have just punched her while she was down,
No.
we're talking about something different.
Yeah,
but this is some roughhousing. That's for
It is.
sure.
It's something that happens. I
This
mean,
actually reminds me of more like a brother-sister fight.
Right.
Like, give me my phone back.
right, this is incestuous, if anything.
Oh yeah.
But she shouldn't have had his phone. We all agree with that.
Yeah. But also, I'm going to throw this out there. Put a lock on your phone, dude. You're not going to worry when anyone touches your phone. If you have a passcode, she has your phone, it's over.
His
Just like-
passcode is just one straight line. He thinks it's great because it's going down. Or Kanye's. Remember Kanye's pass number 5 zeros. Earl, I'm sorry you've ever had to put up with racism.
Thank you, Ronnie.
And Chris, I'm
Yeah.
sorry a woman was ever sitting in a seat that you thought was your own.
I wouldn't do that, Ron. I wouldn't just yell at a rando.
Thank
sitting
God
down.
she wasn't black. You
He
know
is
what I mean,
cool,
Earl?
though, the way he says rando.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's short for random.
Random person.
You don't have the time just for the M at the end?
He's in a hurry.
Going too quick.
Our Chris has another fucking screaming match to get into.
I don't like. All right, first of all, I don't like getting into scream matches. They're not pleasant, and a lot of the times it's not my fault.
So you admit that you do it all the time.
Yes.
A lot of the times when I'm in a screaming match, it's not your fault. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
A lot of times he doesn't even know that he's screaming.
He can't control the volume of his voice.
Yeah. There's also times where I control my anger. Like the time I was walking down the street and a middle-aged black woman was walking by me, and she
I don't
mutters under her
know.
breath, but loud enough for me to hear, "Fat white motherfucker," and I didn't say anything. I just let it go.
Because he knew they were all true. I mean, she didn't say anything. She didn't say lies about you.
The fat part hurt the most, to be honest.
Way to turn yourself into a victim instead
Yeah.
of what we would start at this was you screaming at others.
Yeah.
No, that was an example of a time when I didn't lose my temper.
You can admit, though, that the behavior was problematic, what you did that day when you screamed at the woman.
If I did do that, then yeah.
So you have rage blackouts then,
No,
perhaps.
it's not a rage blackout because it didn't happen. I know if I get into a screaming match, I'll remember that.
Jonathan asked you this, Gail. Gail, which is worse, this assault in San Francisco or when Hothead Hicks assaulted you at the Christmas party?
Oh, boy.
Oh, Jesus.
This is tricky to
I was
say.
more like drunkhead, Chris.
You know what he was singing at the time? Love is in the air.
Oh, no.
Every time I turn around.
Oh, no.
I try to put that behind us.
Love is in
But
the air.
I did report it to HR.
Oh, God damn it. I guess that should have happened.
Here's another one about your new Costa Rican jacket that we all love.
Thank you.
It says, hey, my Nana has the same jacket.
That's fine.
Is that what he wears to accost old ladies on the train?
I don't accost any women.
That's from Skipista. I believe not a real name.
They're dead wrong about all their comments. I can't speak about their grandma.
All right. As you know, SpaceX and Amazon, I forget the name of their thing. I think it's Blue Onion, are going to start sending people into space very, very soon. You'll just buy a ticket. You get to go up to space, take a look at flat Earth, come on back down. Now, the point is, what should these people be called? Are they astronauts still?
You
I mean,
feel like
our
it's
whole-
not fair because they don't have the skill set of
No, the
astronauts.
training.
Just because.
So really what impressed you guys about astronauts was the training, the skill set, or the fact they went into space? Because for me, they were somebody that left the planet. They were daredevils.
All right, I'm going to say the training is part of it because I feel like it's like an elite squad of people who were able to do this.
So what is the name? And are we saying now there's a difference between someone who pilots the rocket and someone sitting in the back with a fucking phone pressed to the window getting some great Earth pictures? Do a selfie or it's going to look like every other picture.
I feel like you're talking about an interstellar traveler.
Space passenger. Because
Space passenger.
Because the dude fucking flying the rocket, I guess he's more of an astronaut than space passengers.
No, it's not going to be interstellar. I think they're only going to be in space for a
Okay.
couple moments, and then it's right back down. It's like getting shot up in one of those carnival fucking things. Earl, what do you want to call them?
I would call them like people knots or not. Some people they're not
People nuts. Oh, that's a great. I love his term. Yes, my cousin is a people nut. Gail, hold it together. Hold it together.
The Astro is the problem of the.
They're people nuts.
I love it.
Now,
It has to be people nuts.
now, you guys have come up with the thing that you are more into the training. So you never considered the monkey to be an astronaut.
No,
No.
I don't.
I do.
Really?
Yeah. Or a monkey not? Is that?
Monk knot? All right, so they're only really going into orbit then, really. They're just
I don't even know if they're orbiting. They're
Oh,
just
wow.
going up to space and coming back down.
because I would call them an orbiter if they were just going to orbit.
They're not going to orbit. We just said people nuts is better than that.
An orbiter. So would you consider astronauts to be orbiters?
You know what? If they were trained and got the yes, you know what? Regardless, they're orbiters. Yes,
Been trained.
yeah. Regardless, yes. An astronaut is also an orbiter,
But
an
must they
orbiter-
perfectly
But
orbit?
you realize that in the 50 years of space travel, no one's ever been called an orbiter. Like I will tell you this, I don't think John Glenn was an orbiter.
Also, just
I think John Glenn just once shot up into the air and came back down. Like a fucking idiot, to be totally honest.
Chris, when you think about it, aren't we all orbiters here
We're
on Earth?
orbiting, right? We're sitting here on this beautiful blue rock trying to get along together.
See that blue dot, Chris? That's home.
That's everything we've ever known, everybody we've ever had. Everyone we've ever fucked is on that blue dot right there. Anyone who's
No, not me. I've fucked a couple people nuts.
I'm going with Earl's people not so far.
It's
Vito?
like people not.
Vito, what do you want to call them?
Astronauts, like they're amateur astronauts.
Hey, there, a bunch of astronauts over here.
Hey, Vito!
Astronauts.
Vito's got the good cheese.
All right, I got one.
Yeah.
Maybe because so pretty much you're just going into the atmosphere,
No, we're in the atmosphere.
but they're going like the high atmosphere. So why?
No,
would,
they're going into space.
oh, so they're actually going to break. Okay, because I wasn't calling them Atmos.
At most.
No, Atmos does not.
What about just like a cool name like Sky Piercers? They've pierced through. They're coming back down. They're Sky Piercers.
It's too cool, I think, because they're just sitting in the spaceship run by that orbiter slash astronaut.
People not.
The people not excuse.
Brian in Tennessee.
Hey, Ron. Hey, everybody.
Hey,
I would call them passengers because when you look at the astronauts that flew these Apollo missions, I don't know if you've seen the documentary that Ron Howard just
oh
put together.
yeah,
called-
Happy Days. I love that fucking show.
I was a doc.
No, this
Yeah.
this
I
was called
found my thrill.
they call this one In the Shadow of the Moon.
Yeah.
And it's all these astronauts. They're interviewing them, and two of them have died this past year. And so he gets this documentary of these guys, and they talk about flying back into Earth, going 24,000 miles an hour,
Yes.
and basically being on fire coming back into
Yeah,
the Earth.
we're all
atmosphere.
familiar with our space program. But see, here's the thing: you guys act like it's nothing to go into space. But Alan Shepard came back, right? They had a fucking parade for him. John Glenn came back. They had a parade for him. And now you guys are acting like, oh, you're a fucking people nut. You're nothing. No, they weren't
No
really
training,
flying
though.
those fucking things.
But those guys work towards it. The fucking the people knots are just going to be fucking dropping cash down and going to space and fucking come back and brag about it.
Frankie, what's up?
Or Sky Piercer.
Or Skype here.
Hey, Ronnie B.
Yeah.
I just wanted to correct you. It was Alan Shepard who went up and came down like an idiot.
You
Glenn
know
actually
something?
orbited.
You are correct because Alan Shepard was the first. John Glenn was supposed to orbit more, but I think he only did like 3 times.
Right.
around the Earth.
And then also, didn't he go, like, remember that town in Australia? And they would, like, put the lights on when he would.
Mhm, but whether that happened or not, I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Pretty good prize closet. you weren't afraid to do what these people not so afraid to do. Correct me when I'm wrong.
Coward.
Bunch of couple people nuts over here.
Shannon in Florida.
Hey guys, love you. Just wanted to say Stratospherians.
Stratospherian might be the thing.
Cool.
Now, Vito, are you more impressed with the astronaut who circles the Earth, or are you more impressed with the guy who just shoots up? He's a regular guy. I mean, not having training is pretty exciting. You know, like, here's a guy without fucking training.
Okay.
That's a hero to me. Not a guy who studied for years and knows how to do it. Which impresses you more, Vito?
The guy that has no training and just goes straight up. Because if you saw that First Man movie when Neil Armstrong was like the fucking doing the tests, that shit's terrifying that nobody's done it before, and there's no research to it. Like, the idea of stepping onto the moon was they didn't know what they were getting into.
No, and that all these guys are heroes, but he's the biggest hero.
Yeah.
And the guys who circled the Earth, you see them as heroes, but not as big.
Yes.
You, sir, have told me time and time again you're a fucking flat earther, and I just fucking tricked you into seeing what an idiot you are.
Exposed.
And, Your Honor, the fucking prosecution rests. And while you're laughing, you started falling for the flat earth.
Yeah.
And now you're fucking agreeing with him the second time.
And now you're abusing women on the train.
Yes. You pulled your fucking tits out and rubbed your ball sack on.
No, that's what Ian said. He said it was terrifying.
I'm not dragging women's breasts out of their clothing.
Dragging? Stop dragging my breast around. Frankie goes to Hollywood, gets a fucking nice price from the Pretty Good Price Closet. Anthony in Georgia. Anthony.
Ronnie B.
Yeah.
I can't remember the guy's name that did the high skydive, but would he be a balloon knot?
Yeah, he went up by balloon.
Balloon knot.
He's making fun because that's some people call that an asshole. Balloon knot. Gordon, South Carolina.
Hey guys, Vito. I'm a little disappointed in Vito. His answer should have been specimen. We all know an Italian astronaut is a specimen.
Hey, Vito, do you hear about Christopher Columbus? He went over to get a whole new world. We can fucking wire it up. You know what I mean? We can take the whole new world and divide it by 5 families, right? We run loan sharking, prostitution, drugs. We only sell drugs to the Negroes because they're not even human like us. They have no souls. That's what it said in Godfather. Fucking, how do you sit next to Earl, knowing that's how your people think?
It's horrible.
I'm the new less racist generation of Italians.
Less, though. Not fully not racist. Yeah. Less.
Stan, what's up?
Hey, Vito, what about garlic nuts?
I didn't realize there was so much Italian material in that space.
You know, there has never been a single Italian or Italian American into space.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's sad.
There was 3 that had entered the space program, but they were stealing shit. You know, they were going back at night, fucking open up the garage, taking stuff out of there.
To steal? Move this.
You seem nice today, Chris. Like the anger's down to a fucking.
Well, there was anger before when people started fucking lying about me, but it's died down.
Do you want to kill them?
I'm not happy with Ian fucking spreading lies about me.
Ian's a great guy. I don't think he would do that.
I don't think he is a great guy.
Why?
He just fucking lies.
He's a great looking guy.
Very. Sure. Oh, yes.
Doesn't mean he doesn't lie.
He's a hunk.
He's good looking.
Yum, yum.
He is a snack.
Oh, I wouldn't kick him out of bed for eating big hunks of chicken.